Okay, so today we are going to do the detail and the assembly drawing for the last part, that is the drill jig. Okay, that is from the last module, module 7. And share the window for the drill jig, which is on the AutoCAD. Okay, so you'll be able to see here. These are the details of the drill jig. Drill jig is basically a machine. It's a machine basically used for guiding the drill bits and the reamers, etc., to get the drill holes properly in at you know when you have more than two holes or three holes in one particular part, and that particular part is in mass production. So there the drill jigs are mostly used. Okay, so that positioning of the positioning of the drill bit is very fast. Okay, and it will hence reduce the positioning time of the drill bit to the drill center in the part. Okay, so here what we have is it's a drill jig. Basically the drill jig has a first a base plate. Okay, so you can see it's a base plate. So it's a circular part only. Okay, and the component obviously will be circular here. Okay, so the base plate has certain dimensions. You can see the total diameter, the step diameter, and then there is the thickness of the total and the step diameters. And then subsequently we have chamfers 3 by 45 degree, 3 by 45 degree at the top and the bottom. Apart from that, we have a small cavity of 5 mm, which is of 100 dia 60. Okay, which is there to support the stem when the stem comes inside. Okay, so yeah, the cavity is there for the stem to come in. Also the stem, in order to hold the stem into its own position, so that it doesn't rotate about its axis, we have these three holes, okay, of dia 6. Okay, and obviously it has a cap of dia 12 by 8 thickness of that particular dia 12 is the bore which is provided for the hole, so that the screw head can go inside directly. Okay, so yeah, so three holes are provided which are 120-degree apart, and it is at a what you can see PCD of diameter 40 here, which is lying on the diameter 40. So yeah. Next is the stem. So on this base plate comes the stem and sets on the stem, and the stem sets on the base plate, and you can see the MS1 number. Okay, again these are dia 6 holes, 3 number, PCD 40 same, so it is matching there. Okay, from here to there these holes are going to match. Okay, exactly. So when you see from top in the section view, you actually can see only this one, whereas the other two are there are not on the same plane. So hence that is why we have not shown here. Okay, similarly it will be there the orientation of this stem. So the stem will actually support the whole jig plate and the component. Okay, so basically your component which is to be drilled is will be sandwiched between the base plate and the jig plate. Okay, so this is the jig plate. So it will be sandwiched between the base plate and the jig plate, your component. Okay, and then the component also requires a support, so that this stem will provide that support. Okay, uh, apart from that, the stem also has a hole, a drilled hole of M20. uh, the drilled threaded length is 40, whereas the drilled hole size is 54. We have kept it longer. Okay, so yeah, so when the stem goes in, then goes the jig plate, and jig plate has a sub assembly of a small bush here. Okay, if you see a small bush, so bush which is alloy steel, 6 numbers of this bush, this is called jig bush also. So obviously these bushes are required so that whatever your drill bit is there, whenever it's passing through this hole. Okay, whenever it is passing through this hole, they are the guidance or guidelines or for the drill bits. Okay, and it whatever if at all there is any wear and tear. The wear and tear will happen for the bush and not for the jig plate, okay, which will save time and money in the production. So yeah, the bush goes inside. Six numbers of the bush are there. So you can see six numbers of dia 25 holes are there. So dia 25 six holes, and you can see the OD of the bush is dia 25. ID is dia 18. Okay, so we will see what goes inside this bush later. So basically, it is the drill bit that goes inside the bush. The bush will assemble here in the jig plate. You can see 25, 25. So from both the sides, the uh, faces should flush with each other. Apart from that, the jig plate also has one counter bore and a threaded hole, basically with a counter bore. So threaded hole of diameter M12, sorry, this will be M12. So threaded hole of diameter M12 and has a bore of dia 17 of 5 thickness. Okay, so now what does this particular 5 thickness it is for? So basically, this thickness 5 thickness is for the, yeah, for the 5 thickness will be for the you can see this 18. So this total screw will actually go first inside the latch washer, last latch washer, that is 13 mm thickness plus 5 mm. Okay, so this screw will come here and set, and this is also M12. This is also M12 hole. Okay, so yeah, so in between this screw and this chick plate comes the latch washer. Now this latch washer is a special type of washer, which is which is a distinguished washer from our plain washer, which is round. Basically, when we have very frequent opening of this, in a jig, we need a frequent opening of this component. Once it is all drilled, we have to open the jig plate. We have to open the we have to open the jig plate. We have to remove the component. Then we have to again put the component, put the jig plate, tighten it, and then we have to drill all the six holes, and then that is the operation. Okay, so in order to do this, we every time have to remove the nut. We every time have to remove nut. uh, After nut, we have to remove the washer also, which sits below the nut. So once if the washer gets lost, no, like if you misplace it, yeah, or you remove that nut and the washer, but you misplace it, then that will be a loss of time. So in order to save the time here, what we have done is we have used a latch washer. A latch washer basically is a locked washer. Basically, you can see it's just like a latch. Okay, so it is hinged at this hole here. You can see dia 17 hole. It will be hinged by, it will be hinged at this particular screw of dia 17 here, and hence it will lock this dia. This is a dia 22 slot here. A dia 22 slot will actually lock with the dia 20 slot of the stud. Okay, we will see the 3D view also, but let us understand all the parts first. Hence we have a screw, screw 1, that 1 number, again, then screw 2, 3 numbers. So obviously 1 number which is required here, it goes in the jig plate and the latch washer. The 3 screws which are required here of dia 12 and 5 6 sorry 6 mm thickness has a 50 long of, you can see here. Okay, this goes inside this here. Okay, so 25 mm here, and you have almost 40 mm here. So that much, 40 minus 5, 35, 35 plus, so 10 mm. No, we have kept the clearance here because that this is 50 mm. Okay, so after this, you can see a stud of M20, basically diameter 20. You can see nominal diameter, and from one end it is threaded at 30, and from the other end it is threaded at 34. So obviously the 34 end will go inside, while they go inside the jig plate and the other things here. Sorry, the jig plate, and through the jig plate it will also go inside the stem. Okay, now here. And then from top, the latch washer, the and the nut will come, and it will tighten it up. Okay, So this is the details which are given here. We will come to the drawing, assembling these parts later. Drawing of these parts are very simple. I will go through some of the difficult parts which are there later. But before that, we will see the 3D view which is created, and that will give you a clear picture of this particular assembly. So if you can see here, the complete view of this assembly is given. So this is the base plate. Okay, you can see this is the base plate. Okay, this is the jig plate here. Okay, so in the base, in between this base plate and the jig plate, your the stem height is so adjusted that your component with the component height. Okay, so the component which is to have six number of drills in between here, we will have that much same amount of height. So it will be sandwiched. The component will be there. You will not be able to see the stem. There will be component in between the jig plate and the base plate. Okay, then this is the stem. Okay, this is the latch washer which we already talked about. Okay, you can see here, and this is the nut going on between on the top of it, and this stud which is running through the stem, the latch washer. Okay, and the nut. Okay, we can see the we will see this section view of this. We'll see the section view. Okay, so in the section view, what we are doing is, you can see here, uh, yeah, so you can see the small bushes which are the small jig bush which are already placed inside the jig plate. They are different part. Okay, so whenever jig plate is asked to draw, the jig plate is only having dia 25 hole, that's it. Okay, this jig bush are separately installed in this jig plate. Okay, so you can see the base plate here, the stem and the base plate has a threaded part here. Okay, so it is fixed with respect to this screw. Okay, then we have a stud going inside this stem hole of M20, and then the latch washer is just coming in. Okay, and then the nut which is tightened from the top to tighten the assembly. Okay, this screw is a special, it's a hinge screw, basically utilized for hinging this particular latch washer. So what happens is that whenever you want to open this particular assembly, what we'll do is we'll open the nut. Okay, and then we can just pull this latch washer from here to here. Okay, that's it. And then we don't need to open this screw every time. We can completely with this jig plate, and we can remove this stud, and we can remove the component easily. Okay, okay, so let us see if we can give some exploded view of this and show some exploded view. Okay, so before that, I will also show you the base plate. So I can show you that in the base plate, I am just changing the transparency, and there are three holes, and the three screws are there at the base, which is tightened to the even to the stem. So even to the stem, if I change the transparency, so you can see here. Okay, okay, changing back the transparency now. Okay, so let the transparency be there. We can still remove this. So I will remove the nut. Okay, then I should remove the and the latch washer should be actually rotated. Okay, you can see here, not like this. Delete this step. Actually, this latch washer be hinged here. Okay, so let me just figure out this step once more, and let me see if I can get this correctly. Actually, be there in this assembly one. And whether this expiring. Okay, so it is not coming. No problem. Let me just see this exploded view. Uh, Basically, this comes out here, and then we have this latch washer going out. Okay, uh, hinged at this particular screw here. Okay, and then the whole jig plate comes out. And the jig plate comes out. Okay, actually it comes out with the washer itself. So let me change that step again. So it is this one, two, four, five, six, seven. Okay. So this includes actually. Okay, let me do that again. One, two, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. Okay. So this actually just goes outside and it comes with the jig plate itself. Okay, and then comes out, no, your component will come out easily, and then this goes again inside. Okay. Okay, so now again we will go back to our drawing, and we will make the assembly drawing of the drill jig, assembly of the drill jig. Okay, so this will also give us the now idea, clear picture on how this particular drill jig has to be assembled. Okay. So first of all, making these parts, I think it's not very complicated. It's very simple. Yeah, there's these dimensions you can very clearly see: 3 by 45, 3 by 45. These are the chamfers which I've used. Okay, there's a 5 by 45 also in certain parts. So these are actually the two circles of the chamfer only. Again here, okay. So let's copy everything so that I don't. From this parts, I will make the drawing. Okay, so basically, given is the detail. The question will be given is the details of the what you can say, yeah, details of the drill jig, and what you have to draw is basically a sectional front view of the assembly of the drill jig. Okay, sectional front view of the assembly of the drill jig. Okay, first of all, we will start with the sectional front view of this. Uh, okay, sectional front view and top view. I will show top view also. So first we'll start with this. So again, copy at a separate location so that I can make. Okay. Then on this, as we saw, we needed a stem to come in. Okay, so I will take the stem from here. Okay, I'll just delete all the dimensions which I don't need right now, and then I can recreate them. Okay, so stem, obviously I will copy it from this base point here at the center point, and I will leave it at this point here. Okay, I forgot to actually didn't copy this, so we can take that. Okay, and now we can place the stem. Okay, take this and you can place it here. Okay, so obviously when the stem comes in, this line here is going to terminate up to this only. Okay, so since it was mirrored, it is these are two separate lines, and it's okay here. Now, yeah, this line is basically continuing. Okay, but here this line, this central, this line here. Okay, it is at the base point of both. I mean, okay, I have created this space here so that the this screw is going to come in. So I can put the screw here. Let Please be very careful that this screw is upside down, right? Okay, and screw is upside down here. Copy this. I will copy the screw actually from here. Okay, and place it here. Okay, if you can see this. Okay, clearly done. This is a threaded screw. Okay, and the hole, because the thickness of the bore is 8 mm, whereas the thickness of the head of the screw is 6 mm. So obviously we have to keep this clearance in any of the part. Okay, next thing that is going to come here, yeah, the other two screws are not going to fall in this particular plane, but if at all, if it is given that complete front view you have to draw, then you have to mark that circle, and then you have to, sorry, center, and then you have to copy that particular screw. One screw only you have to copy, because the other screw will be exactly, you can see behind this. Okay, so one screw you can copy and keep there if it is full front view. Okay, now here it is sectional front view, so let's assemble the other parts. So here now we will put the jig plate. Okay, we'll put the jig plate. In this jig plate, first we have to also put the bush. I will put the bush inside. Okay, I'll copy this from here to here, and I will also copy this side. On this plane you can see, this is, if this is the cutting plane, the two holes are there, so you can show the two bushes. Okay, and this two bush will go. Copy this part completely, and what I'll do is I will have to take from the top. Okay, from the top of the jig plate, and put this on the top of this particular ear. Okay, top of the stem. Okay, why? Is because the latch is going to come into in picture. Okay, so exactly this much height is, this much is the height of the component which is going to there in between the base plate and the jig plate. Okay, now next is you have to have the screw here. Okay, you get the screw here. Copy. Obviously I will copy it from here. Okay, sorry, not Okay, before screw I need to put latch washer. Sorry, before screw I need to put a latch washer, and you can take from either from this or this. Okay, so if I am taking from here, I have to put it properly at this position here. So okay, but I have to take the bottom edge. So copy it from here and give it here. Okay, so you can see this will completely align here. Okay, and once this is aligned, there will be a screw that is going to come in. So hence same thing. Okay, so this edge is going to get trimmed out. Okay, now you can put the screw in. So where you are going to put that screw in? Okay, only this much portion, only this head is going to be there outside the latch washer. Rest everything goes inside. Okay, so you can see here, take this and leave it here. Okay, got it? Okay, so again we are not hatching the screws, we are not hatching the studs also, we will not hatch this particular long screw also. Okay, so obviously the stud is going to come in between, and hence we are not going to I mean here to here. Okay, completely these edges are going to get trimmed out. Okay, if you see this also, basically that will be overlapped by, line will also be overlapped, and also this you can maintain that if you require it. Now we will take the stud, and what we are going to do is take the stud here, copy this stud. Okay, I know that this stud will be aligned, but how much inside this stud has to go, that is the question mark. Okay, how much inside this stud has to go. Okay, so once I get aligned, get this aligned, move it, I will control it from here, from here, and I will straight away move this here. Okay, nothing is going to go beyond this because this is obviously 20 thickness, right? Yeah, so again I told you that this much edges are going to get anyhow, these edges are going to get deleted because the stud is going to come in between. Okay, next, yeah, again we have to delete this also. Trim it, sorry, trim this line. Okay, this is the square neck only that is going to be visible. Next we have to put the nut. So this is M20 nut. You can just replace the size here properly, any of the existing nut, and nut will obviously come and sit actually here. Okay, there will be no gap in between the latch washer and the nut because we are going to tighten it up. Okay, if you want from here to here, you can either delete the threading or you can keep the threading as well. Okay? Yeah, here you go. And once the nut is going to come, that is also going to overlap the uh, neck region of the stud also. And yeah, okay, so this is the complete assembly is and the complete front view of the assembly. Okay, if you want, you can give the different colors for different hatch. You can see they all are staggered. So if this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree. Okay, and if this is 90 degree, then this should be 0 degree. Yeah, again, when I say here, this should be trimmed. You can see once you make the hatch, na, you will be able to know where the lines are to be trimmed properly. Okay, now this you can see here. Okay, so none of the lines are there. Okay, no problem. And you can change the color. You can retain this bush as it is. Okay. So now this latch washer is also latch washer. You can hatch it into a separate color. Okay, because here if this is 90, then this is 0, then again you need to have something different here. I've just reduced the size here and changed the angle. Okay, reduce the scaling here. You can see 0.5. Okay. Okay, so this is your complete sectional front view of the drill jig. If you want to make the top view, very simple. Just have to copy this first base plate. We will go from the top first. We will go from the top. So we have to make the circle of the. You can see first we will make the circle of the dia 20. Okay, and we also have to make one more circle of dia 18. That is the threaded portion of the threaded portion of the stud. And once that is done, we can make this the threaded external thread, right? And then inside that we can give a nut. After this, copy this here, top view, and you can copy this here itself. Okay, next. Next we have what you can see next. We can see the latch next. Okay, so if we see the latch next, you can give the latch washer. Okay, so we'll just copy this. This is the center. We'll leave the center here. Okay, now the this much edge. Okay, what you can see, this edge here from here to here will get break, and we can just extend this later. Okay, and this much edge you can put it hidden. Okay, again break here to here, and we can make this hidden here. Okay, so line type scale, pressing similarly as properties here. Okay, we can do that. Now after this, what you can see is this screw also. So screw is basically, you can see it's a circle only. Okay, that here the top view is not given, but what you can do is you can make a top view here. So the head size is the dia 24. Okay, dia 24. Okay, and the chamfer is how much? 3 mm. Okay, if you see dia 24, and after this there is a chamfer of 3 by 45. So the interior circle will be of -6, so that is the 18. So I can get this circle via 18. Okay, and from 18 to 24. Okay, 18 to 24 is the 6 mm gap. Okay, this is 70, 80, 24. Okay, yeah, basically this 17 would be then hidden. Okay, 17 would become hidden because from top you can actually, 17 is here, but from top you can see 18 first, then 24 first. So 18 and 24 first, and then the 17 will come. Okay, and in between you can see the slot is longitude, is going to parallel, sorry, perpendicular to the plane. So here it will be 3 mm slot. Okay, a 3 mm slot here, offset 1.5. Okay, the slot is from this to this. Okay, a similar slot, mirror the other side. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is done. Okay, now the screw is done. So after this we can install the jig plate. So I will directly take this whole thing here from the jig plate, copy it, and install this at the center. Everything is about this center only, right? Completely taking the jig plate and installing here. Okay. Now there was one diameter. So this diameter here, dia 54 actually, will become hidden. Okay, because you can see here this is dia 54. Okay, this is dia 54, which is below the latch washer. So hence you cannot see that material of latch washer is coming in between. So what you can do is you can take this and you can dia 17. You can just delete that. It will be repeated, and after this dia 54 will become hidden. Next, what you can do, yeah, you can also install all the bushes. So in order to do that, I just have to take one circle here. Okay, and I have to install actually one of the circle here. The interior diameter of the circle will be 18. Okay, so the bush is there. Now what I'll do is I will go to, okay, instead of this I will say polar array. I will select this and I will say polar array, and this will be my center of the array. You can see all number of number of items are there, and they are equally spaced. All the bushes are now in the jig plate. Next, I have to install the stem. The stem, there is also one more circle. You just have to put circles now. So the stem circle here you can see is the, so that's a same circle. You don't have to put extra circle. The same circle is continued in the base plate. So you can take this whole thing, because it is this circle only that is going to be hidden. Okay, so let's take this, copy. Okay, I'm just copying this at some other place. first. Okay, and then I will change the whole scenario. I mean, it will change the what you will see. I will change this to hidden. Change all of this to hidden actually. These are copied. So, okay, so what you can do is you can edit source. Okay, okay. From here, match properties. We are going to make it here. Not going to happen. Hidden again. Okay. Once it is done, you changes. Okay, so these are all hidden because at the bottom you will not be able to see. So once it is hidden, all will be hidden. Taking hidden line here. Okay, this line will be hidden. Okay, this line is anyhow a center line. This line is anyhow a center line, which is already not there yet, but yeah, I can match prop. I can do the match properties and I can make center. Okay, and this whole thing is actually covered below the jig plate. So if you see, this all thing here are going to get hidden. Everything, everything is going to get hidden. Okay, so not just this edge, but all these edges are going to get hidden. Okay, everything on the base plate is going to get hidden. Okay, and these circles are basically also representing the diameter of the pin, so you don't have to overlap anything here right now. What we'll do is just copy this now properly. I mean, sorry, move now properly and place it into the, and this is your, what you can say, a top view of the, yeah, the top view is done. Okay, it looks messy, yeah, but because of the detailing you can see, figure out things which are proper. Okay, okay, so this is how you can achieve your assembly drawing. Okay, not just assembly. See, there are other couple of drawings which I will send. So maybe the direct assembly is given and you have to identify the parts and you have to draw the front view and the top view, or maybe sectional front view and the top view. Okay, that in that way also I can ask here. In the same module, I can ask on the both ways. I can ask assembly also and I can ask detail also. Okay. So yeah, we have to be ready with both of these things. And again, main one thing is whenever a detail of jig plate is asked, suppose you are given the assembly and detail of the jig plate is asked. So in that case, you have to show the jig plate without the bush. Okay, you can see here there is no bush inside. Jig plate doesn't have a bush inside. Bush is a separate part, which is alloy steel. Okay, it is a separate part. Okay, jig plate is cast iron, again it is a separate part. Okay, so don't show that as the same one. Again, latch washer and the screw, they are separate apart. Okay, so again this screws and the base, this base plate and the stem, they are separate part. Okay, so you have to identify these parts properly. Okay, and then you have to draw the assembly. Okay, so I hope after watching this video you will be practicing this and you will be submitting the final uh, this drill jig assembly is the final submission. Okay, and after that we will take one more lecture on the practice of all the doubts clearing and everything. Okay, in the next week. Thank you.